Hi, I'm Pastor Sandy Bentz at Hope Lutheran Church in Temecula. I'm coming to you right now from our kindergarten classroom, and I can't tell you how much I miss Miss Mackenzie's monkeys, who are usually in this classroom. But wanted to share one of my favorite stories. And by the way, this is not just for kids. It's for all ages. It's called The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. And you may already be familiar with it, but I invite you to join us for a few moments. It was a long way out in the deep blue sea there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little bluefish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my scales? Who do you think you are?" cried the Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you'll find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you." The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I've been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." I can't, the Rainbow Fish started to say. But the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by all the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they all called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. That's one of my favorite stories. But it reminds me too of a story from the Bible. From Acts chapter 2, beginning with verse 43. It talks about the early church. After Jesus had been raised from the dead and had been seen by the disciples, all of Jesus' friends were together. And here's what it said. Awe came upon everyone because many wonders and signs were being done by the apostles, by Jesus' friends. All who believed were together and had all things in common. They would sell their possessions and goods and distribute the proceeds to all as any had need. Day by day, as they spent much time together in the temple, they broke bread at home and ate their food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having the goodwill of all the people. And day by day, the Lord added to their number those who were being saved. What a wonderful example to us. The rainbow fish and Jesus' friends who shared all that they had, especially their prized possessions. They spent time together, worshiping and praising God and giving thanks for all they had. But what they were known for most was loving each other and sharing with others all that they had. May each one of us find ways to share what we have with glad and generous hearts. Thanks for joining me, and we'll have other stories that we'll share in coming days.